What's up, guys? It's Kibo here, and I'm in a good mood to talk about Call of Duty, more specifically the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports that were created by Iron Galaxy and shadow dropped by TDawg this past Wednesday on July 8th. When I'm uploading this video, we are officially 2 days into the port's release, and unlike other creators who were extremely quick to post their review videos for these ports, I've decided to go a different route to give you guys a lot more value within today's video. I want to go over 5 points that no other creator in Call of Duty has talked about so far. I first want to go over 2 positive points and pieces of news related to the Black Ops ports. Then I want to go over 2 negative points that are worth listening to and that nobody has talked about within their videos. And then I want to wrap up the video with where Call of Duty should go from here on out. But before we do any of that, if you guys want to support the channel and help me out as a creator, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. By doing these 2 simple things, you guys help the channel grow, and you also push out my video right here that you're watching and myself to newer people. And real quickly, shout out to all my membies and donators and supporters over the last week or so. The first positive point that I want to cover is the fact that these ports are performing extremely well. To put it in perspective, how good these ports are selling and how much they're being played right now on PlayStation, look at this tweet from Synth Potato, who I've talked about in the past. Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2's new ports have just managed to outpace GTA 6 in trending on the PS Store. This is the first time GTA 6 has ever been dethroned since Trailer 2. It is likely these ports are the top selling games and have outpaced even GTA 6 pre-orders. Basically meaning that, this game is not only being bought, but it's also being played across the entire world. The older Call of Duty games have so much love and appreciation by people that it is now outselling GTA 6 pre-orders and being the most popular games on PlayStation in all countries. Do you guys understand how hard that is to do? Especially with the reputation that Call of Duty has now, it should be very clear to not only people hating on the ports, but more importantly, to the Activision suits who have somehow found a way to ruin everything and anything that they've touched with Call of Duty in the last 5 to 6 years, that what they think is good for the game is clearly not good for us, the player base, the community, the people that support and love Call of Duty. I really hope that Activision and Xbox are happy with the amount of money they are making, but as a business that is no longer sustainable and has had no growth over the last few years when it comes to revenue and overall potential, wouldn't it be smart as a company and to save the franchise that is clearly dying, which was said by the Activision president, wouldn't it be smart to fully remaster Call of Duty games people are no longer able to play safely? If they really wanted to print money, be the biggest name in the media industry like they said, then all they need to do is give us players what we want. It's as simple as that. The second positive point I want to talk about is how happy everyone is with these ports. I legitimately cannot recall another time as a Call of Duty creator where I've seen this many people happy about Call of Duty at all. It's at the point where I might literally transform into TDawg Kibo and say, Call of Duty is back, ladies and gentlemen. But on a serious note, seeing a lot of creators that are mainly negative most of the time actually speak up and praise the ports to some degree is absolutely awesome to see, because that tells me that Call of Duty is doing something right, and obviously they're still doing wrong with certain things. But all in all though, seeing the majority of people play Call of Duty with a smile, not complaining, and being happy while on the game is a sight that I'm holding on to for a while now, man. I truly have never seen Call of Duty get this much positive buzz in such a long time, and it's just such a breath of fresh air to see creators like myself, Fully, TDawg, and others be genuinely happy praising the franchise while also holding them accountable for a lot of things that they've done wrong over the last couple of years. Ourselves as creators and our communities that support us are genuinely trying to make Call of Duty a better place and to honestly make the games better. We truly care and appreciate Call of Duty, and we just hate to see the game be dumb over and over and over again. In my opinion, these ports have shown who is a true grifter when it comes to hating on Call of Duty for views and clicks, compared to people who genuinely want to see the franchise win and stay good. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that's all of the positive points that I have about the Call of Duty Black Ops ports. It is now time to talk about the negatives with the Black Ops ports. For the first negative point and piece of news, we have something that's flown under the radar of my fellow creators and viewers. Reported from Charlie Intel himself, with Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Xbox lost $300 million in revenue on Xbox and PC due to how many players opted to play via Game Pass instead of buying the game via Bloomberg. That is absolutely insane. And it should be pretty clear to you now that the Black Ops ports were a complete cash grab, a full-on cash grab that was created to make up the lost revenue from Black Ops 6 and most likely Black Ops 7. As we all know, Activision was affected so hard by the Microsoft and Xbox layoffs that the Activision president said in an internal memo that the Call of Duty franchise and the yearly release business model that they have is too expensive and performing so poorly that they are no longer sustainable and no longer seeing enough revenue growth within Call of Duty. AKA, Call of Duty is bleeding money to the point they can't keep people employed at Activision, who should have the safest jobs within that entire ecosystem. This should be a clear sign on how mismanaged Call of Duty has become over the last few years, and it shows new modern Call of Duty games have left such a bad taste in many people's minds that there is an entire community of people who will never buy, will never play, or even trust or believe in new Call of Duty games anymore. They simply will not pay attention to it and even engage or care about it. And rightfully so. We've been fucked over countless amount of times over the last 5 to 6 years. If this isn't a sign of me and so many other creators and communities that support us who've called this out for months being correct, I don't know what else I have to tell you, Call of Duty soy boys who defend this billion-dollar company that cannot operate properly. There is zero excuse for any Call of Duty game to be a game that fails to generate revenue and profits for any kind of company. And I believe with this news, it is 1000% safe to say that the Call of Duty experiment on Xbox Game Pass was a complete and utter failure and was very disappointing for everyone. And now with Modern Warfare 4 coming out this year, they've already made it very clear they're promoting it and advertising the fact that Modern Warfare 4 will not be on Xbox Game Pass and will never be on there as well. The next negative point that has been brought up with these ports is the fact that any future ports or remasters will outshine any new Call of Duty game that Activision or any of the studios develop and release. TDawg Smitty brought out a great point that many, and I mean many people have agreed with. After playing Black Ops 2 for 8 hours, I can confirm one thing. It's not nostalgia. The games were just better. The games were just better. What a beautiful statement from TDawg. These new modern CODs that have $500 to $700 million budgets on average are no longer enjoyed by people. They do so much to make no one happy at all. Games from 14 to 16 years ago, made by other devs in a completely different mindset, will perform better than games that have a bigger budget, better technology, and much more going for it. It should not be that way at all. It's as simple as that. Modern Call of Duty is such a joke to so many people that it's no longer nostalgia talking. It is a fact that these older games are better than the new ones. Now for the last point I want to cover in today's video. No Call of Duty creator that I've mentioned so far has talked about this. Where does Call of Duty go from here? Because with the success of these ports off the launch, it should click in Activision and in Xbox's minds that they need to do full-on remasters moving forward. In my opinion, if Activision does not believe in a Call of Duty game that is announced after the first bits of trailers, news, then they should create a full remaster of a golden era Call of Duty game. I genuinely believe that they have an original MW2 remaster sitting somewhere within the Activision headquarters. And if Call of Duty is in the dumps one year and they need to keep the franchise alive, which, by the way, they should keep it alive, they need to release a full remaster for CODs that are genuinely loved by people. And eventually, if they do enough remasters, they can make a Golden Era Call of Duty game collection that fully remasters all of the Golden Era Call of Duties, starting with COD 4 Modern Warfare and ending with Black Ops 2. With all the success and happiness from the gaming community, I really hope Activision follows up with this momentum by announcing a full-on remaster alongside Modern Warfare 4 or with Call of Duty 2027. Either way, time will tell where Activision goes from here, what will happen to Call of Duty and these ports, and all I'm hoping for is for Call of Duty to be back and be back to being good, man. All in all though, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think. It's been your boy Kibo. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.